getting loose well before we're under. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. First for the Bucks, Brandon Knight is out there with Mayo. And in the middle, the long body JaVale McGee. Absolutely elastic. Then there's Carlos Delfino. And it's Ilyasova in at the power forward position. And for Golden State, Curry and Thompson, the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. And at the pivot, a terrific defender and all-around player, the Australian sensation, 7-footer Andrew Bogut. And there's Iguodala. And it's Green in at the 4 spot. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, Stephen Curry, really the engine that drives the Warriors offensively. And I don't know if there's a more entertaining player in the whole league than Steph Curry. I mean, he's one of the elite shooters already early in his career in league history. And he's a leader for this team off and on the court. Just very, very impressive.
Ilyasova passes to Mayo. A finger roll finish at the bucket.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Thompson. No good on the 3. And Curry last season logging heavy minutes, a good sign that he was able to hold up physically.
Yeah, and despite those concerns over that right ankle, he really had a tremendous season. I thought competed better defensively. Not the most athletic guy, but possibly the most skilled player in the league when you look at his ability to handle the ball, shoot with range, and pass.
It was great to see him get on a big playoff stage and show the rest of the country just what they've got to look forward to. Thompson, guarded by Mayo. And it's Thompson again missing. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Mayo drives in. And it's off the back rim, no good. Golden State's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Curry dishes to Iguodala. Green with a screen on Knight. And the jam in Iguodala. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Larry Drew. And Doris, what'd you find out?
One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
Thanks again, Doris.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
The tray. That's good.
Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson. And the Warriors last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the Controls, but in year 2, they got it done. And I tell you what, most thought Mark would be a really outstanding coach, and he's well on his way to making that a reality.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Iguodala setting the pick for Curry. Thompson for the triple. The shot no good. And Milwaukee the other way now. And for Mark Jackson, there have been some questions. He's never spent time as a coach, even as an assistant. I guess the question was, Steve, would he be able to take over the reins as a head coach?
Well, the biggest thing you want to do as an NBA coach is have your players buy into what you're selling. And Mark Jackson's been able to do that. His players believe in him. He motivates them. They like playing for him. And that's most of the battle right there.
And Ilyasova kicks tonight. Can they get it? Thompson with the rebound. Warriors leading by 3. The drive by Green. That is good.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
Well, you know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is. Well, you know, the Bucks thought they had a plan to make a big push forward by pairing some talent together in the backcourt, but what seems to have happened is they are now mired in mediocrity, which is exactly where you don't want to be.
Udo's checked in for JaVale McGee. Here is Knight. Mayo, the pass to Delfino. And that one is hammered home. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Gets it to go. And back to Minnesota. They were the 8th seed in the East last year, but still finished 6 games under 500. Still a lot of work for them to get above 500 and be in a position where, Steve, they probably
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Pachulia, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Ridnour is come in for O.J. Mayo. And it's Ish Smith in for Brandon Knight.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Lee with the ball. Now guarded by Delfino. Green kicks to Thompson. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Antoine Jameson's checked in for Jermaine O'Neal. 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Thompson kicks to Lee. Back to Thompson. Thompson off the pick from Green. And it's blocked by Pachulia. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Bucks trail by 7. Now Ridnour. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Jameson. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball. And it's Green with the jam.
Quick hands on the steal. Quick feet on the break.
Costly mistake to fork that ball over and then not get back on D.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Delfino gets a screen from Pachulia. Delfino dishes to Pachulia. They set the pick. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to, I think, tone it down a little bit at the defensive end.
Now Lee inside. Pass to Iguodala. Here's Jameson. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's line. And that concludes the... And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break hoops, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Guys, the Warriors aggressively pursuing top talent this summer. They surprised many as strong contenders for Dwight Howard and did end up with an all-star acquisition in Andre Iguodala. He gives them an elite perimeter defender who can also create offense for them in a point-forward role. And with their shooters, a great fit for his talents. This is a team not content to rest on its laurels, but constantly in hot pursuit of the best players in the game.
Such a terrific turnaround. Thanks, Doris. Neal passes to Smith. He feeds it to Henson. Just 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. No good from Delfino.
Well, you know, it's interesting, guys. Klay Thompson, as we all know, is a deadly outside shooter. But I think early in his NBA career, he struggled a bit with his touch around the rim. So it's nice to see as last season wore on, he started to find that touch around the glass and finish against bigger guys, which is much needed at the two-guard position.
Bucks trail by 14. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Well, and Clark going back to Klay Thompson. He wants to be a complete player. His dad certainly was. And, you know, Steve, he's just not a shooting specialist.
No, he's got the size and ball handling ability to really attack off the dribble. And he's also become an excellent defender, too. Greg Popovich talked about it during their playoff series a year ago. Thompson really did a nice job at that end of the floor.
And the Bucks making a change here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. Ilyasova comes in for John Henson. O.J. Mayo, who's checked in for Carlos Delfino. And it's Brandon Knight in for Ish Smith. Lee goes in. Thompson from long range. Another three. For Golden State.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, partner.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush.
Lee kicks to Thompson. Back to Lee. And the Warriors take on 2 more. Bucks trail by 15.
Yeah, the Warriors turnaround, I think, in large part because of the improvement defensively and on the boards last year. That was a 5 or 6 year stretch where Golden State was maybe the worst team in both categories in the entire league, but the schemes have changed, the personnel, the intent, the toughness, and it has all led to a new era for the Golden State Warriors basketball team.
And Thompson kicks to Lee. And it's off. From 3-point range.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Knight dishes to Neal. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Neal's got his second bucket tonight. And back to the Warriors looking to pack the paint. If you wanted to get into a 3-point shooting contest with them, well, I think they'd welcome that.
I agree. I mean, with the Splash Brothers in the backcourt, you can get sprayed in a hurry from all angles. I mean, those guys are terrific. But again, their improved defense and rebounding was a big part of their success as well.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Here's Walters, defended by Douglas, and there's the call on Tony Douglas. That is his first foul of the game. Steph Curry's checked in for Golden State. Here's Walters. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And the field goal percentage now up over 50%, so the offense coming around.
Yeah, Steve, I think that's a good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gates, but looking to regain some ground right now.
Curry outside. That's good. Curry. He's got 6.
They've brought up their three-point percentage this quarter. They're shooting it well right now. The defense may need to think about making some kind of adjustment to slow that down.
No one covering.
This is great. 3-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Curry gets the screen from Douglas. Curry passes to Barnes. Back to Curry. He kicks to Iguodala. 6 to shoot. Outside Curry. From deep 3-point range, Knight grabs the board. Bucks trail by 9, and Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, for Andre Iguodala, now the third team in his NBA career. In Philly, he felt over-criticized for not being the go-to scorer. In Denver, the lack of outside shooting crowded the court. But he could never hope for a better fit than he's found with the Warriors. A team with great shooting, Iguodala can focus on defensive playmaking, saying, quote, "I'd rather get a triple-double than score 40. And guys, get this. Only 12 players in NBA history have achieved his career averages in points, rebounds, assists, and steals through age 29. He's a terrific all-around player.
Yeah, Iguodala truly a player whose scoring average doesn't do justice to his overall impact on the game.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Udo's checked in for JaVale McGee. Outside Curry. Harrington. He dishes it to Douglas. Drills the three-pointer. Douglas has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 7 seconds left to play here in the half. Mayo kicks to Walters. To Mayo. He gets it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And so that brings the first half to a close.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
From the 2K Sports Studios on a beautiful Sunday night, it's time for the halftime report. The Golden State Warriors are ahead against Milwaukee. They've been making smart passes, protecting their possessions. Fundamental basketball is a beautiful thing to watch. Andre Iguodala playing well in the first half. He's got 5 points, and his defense has been very solid. He's been bothering shots. He's keeping his hands active, making it difficult for guys to score on him. And the Bucks still in it, going all out. They've been aggressively attacking the rack and getting a lot of points right at the rim. JaVale McGee has been the X factor. He's picked up 4 points, and he's helped out with some key rebounds as well. And it's time now to head back to the rest of the game out in Oakland. See you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The west span of the Bay Bridge. Our view as we welcome you back to the San Francisco Bay Area.
You know, during the season before last, the Bucks' problem had been offense. They just couldn't put up points consistently, and even when their defense would hold up, they would simply get outgunned by teams. They decided to change that by trying to be more of a transition team last year.
An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Harrington kicks to Curry. For feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Curry's got 8 points. And back to the Bucks actually led the entire Eastern Conference in pace and were 3rd overall in the NBA. The only teams that were ahead of them were the Rockets and Nuggets, 2 teams you always think of running.
Well, it makes sense for the Bucks to have played that style last year. You had that backcourt of Ellis and Jennings, a lot of speed and quickness. They later added J.J. Redick, so you had shooting. So they had to play fast. It made some sense, but in the end, you know, they've made some changes in the offseason, and they're looking to get better.
Antoine Jameson's checked in for Al Harrington. Knight dishes to Delfino. McGee is screen on Iguodala. Delfino, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Curry passes to Barnes, and the foul called on Brandon Knight. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his 2nd personal foul, 2nd team foul.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And Thompson kicks to Barnes. And the Warriors miss again. Bucks trail by 11.
Harrison Barnes was thought to be a shooter more than a slasher when he came into the league, and while he's been able to be effective from distance, he showed off some of his incredible athleticism with his ability to get to the rim, too.
Now they need a shot or 2 to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
Outside for Jamison, and stolen by Ilyasova. down low. And now here's Mayo, the fast break opportunity.
You know, the instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure, then a run-out seam. That's perfection to me.
And for Harrison Barnes, he's worked on his ball handling a lot to enhance his ability to drive.
Yeah, footwork, ball handling, passing, those were the areas where he really didn't shine at North Carolina. But he's worked hard at his game, and he's rounded out his offensive repertoire really well.
Never seemed to blink. Handled the big stage, I thought, well.
Yeah.
Ilyasova dishes to Knight. Clock at 6. And McGee kicks to Knight. Changes up. That's blocked. But they'll get another chance. Dishes it to McGee. Back to Knight. The pass to Mayo. Ilyasova connects from three-point range.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
A different look for Milwaukee. Ridnour has come in for O.J. Mayo. And it's Ish Smith in for Brandon Knight. Outside Curry. Jamison with a screen for Curry. Cans it from downtown. Curry's got 13.
This is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
It's stolen by Curry. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And now an 11-point Warrior lead.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead. Well, the Warriors going to the playoffs last season for just the second time in 19 seasons, guys. Pretty incredible and remarkable, too, but it seems, as Mark Jackson said, that things be a-changing in the Bay Area, and for the better.
And it's Smith penetrating. Delfino. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
There's the screen. Curry passes to Thompson. Jamison guarded by McGee. They kick it out to Green. Toledovich. No good on the triple. And for the Warriors, a scrappy, hard-fought win over the Denver Nuggets in 6 games. They also, Steve, gave the Spurs a lot of trouble in the second round.
They sure did. That series might have turned out a lot different if they hadn't collapsed in Game 1. But the Warriors showed tremendous resilience in bouncing back and really making that series so competitive.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game.
Well, guys, you go back to last season, and this is a team that hit just 74% of its free throws. I know they'd like to see that number go up.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Henson's checked in. Warriors leading by 6. Curry dishes to Green. Kicks it to Toledovich. Buries the long-range jumper. Toledovich has got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
And that's on. Bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Bucks. .125 left in the third. Delfino kicks to Ilyasova. Tries again. The shot is off. Curry with the defensive effort. Golden State's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Rebound, Milwaukee.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And Smith with the stuff. Out of this world. Aerial skills for a guy of his size.
And that's what separates him from some of the other point guards around the league. The ability to rise and throw it down.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that spurs them on. Maybe sparks a little bit of a comeback here.
Harrington, the pass to Curry. Stolen by McGee. Pass break, here we go. Delfino dishes to Ridnour. Green with the block.
Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find himself a quick shot right away. How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yeah, you got that right.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. And McGee kicks to Smith. Pass to Ridnour. Shot clock at 6. Iguodala with the ball. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. 9 seconds left in the third quarter. Back to Green. Got it up. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Warriors?
Now, we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, and sending shots back.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Luke Ridnour is checked in for Milwaukee. Here's Walters, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
You know, when you're in the East, you don't have to necessarily be an above 500 team on the road, but you got to be close to 500. And the Bucks were a solid team on the road, and that's why they made the playoffs.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Clark, you talk about the Bucks. They went 17-24 on the road last season. That might not be the most impressive mark, but it was still 7th best in the conference in terms of road wins.
Well, the East was pretty weak. We know that. And the Bucks making the playoffs at all was the perfect example of how weak the East was. But look, they can get better. They've got some young talent. They've got some things to be excited about. And one is the play of John Henson, second-year man from North Carolina.
Ridnour kicks to Udall. Ilyasova passes to Walters. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Now, a severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
The Bucks making a switch here. Smith is checked in. Iguodala with it. Now guarded by Delfino. Teletovic misses.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Hit his leg. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. And the Bucks making a change here. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Delfino dishes to Ilyasova. He passes to McGee. Hooked away. 6 on the shot clock. Feeds it to Ilyasova. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Iguodala kicks to Barnes. Lee outside. Drops in the tray. And the Warriors lead by 10.
A little confusion defensively.
Well, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that three.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, well, Larry Drew had some advice for his team over that last break. He didn't exactly take it easy on him, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me, show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
That is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Smith, the pass to Ilyasova. Ilyasova is screened on Iguodala. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. O.J. Mayo is checked in for Walters. Delfino dishes to Ilyasova. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Man, maybe that'll give this team a little bit of their edge back.
On the shot.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
And also, Steve, I think he's really smart with the basketball. Very smart. When you're playing with him, your only job is to get open, because when you do, and if you do, he'll put it on the platter for you. Room service style. Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Bucks trail by 12. Back to Smith. And there's the feed to Mayo. There's the dish to Delfino. Clock at 6. Back to Mayo. And that one's good. Mayo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
Here's Jamison. No. Oh, good. Nice D from Delfino. The Bucks have gone 4-7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. A look from Mayo. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Timeout called the Warriors. And the Bucks making a change here. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to Thompson. Back to Curry. Pass to Thompson. 4 on the shot clock. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And the threes continue to go down at that end with almost nothing happening from deep at the other.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
Very little success for him behind the arc today. Just 1 3-pointer in the first half and still none in the second.
He feeds it to Barnes. He kicks it to Green. Right side Green. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
And Thompson kicks to Teletovic. Back to Thompson. Golden State moving the ball around. He dishes it to Barnes. Warriors the rebound. Teletovic in the post. McGee's there. Thompson. Guarded by Mayo. Thompson. With the bucket.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Ball stolen. There's the triple. Good.
That's his
so far. Mayo drives in. Dishes to Delfino. Back to Mayo. Now the pass tonight. Kicks to Ilyasova. The offensive rebound. McGee. And it's rejected. Thompson passes to Teletovic. Barnes kicks to Thompson. Fires the three. No luck. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
Probably time to just say it, guys. This game is over.
I think you're right on target there.
Passes it to Delfino. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. And he knocks down the first one. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Hyde hits them both. Here's Thompson. Pulls it from the elbow. No good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and this is one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.